Audrey Hale, 28-year-old female that lived in the Nashville area. We have investigations ongoing now at the residence on Brightwood Avenue. And we have made contact with the father that lived at that residence and are putting together more information. We've also determined there were maps drawn of the school in detail of surveillance, entry points, etc. We know and believe that entry was gained through shooting through one of the doors is how they actually got into the school. I want to take the time to at least say, and I won't say the victims' names, I'll let Don say that, but out of the 6 victims, 3 adults, 3 of those were children. 2 of them were age 9, 1 was 8, about to be 9. All the families have been contacted. The victims' families have been contacted as well. My thoughts and prayers go out to the family. When we send our kids to school or to any place of safety, we expect them to live, learn, have fun, and come back from that day's experience.
Also tonight, Nashville will honor the victims of the Covenant School shooting during a citywide vigil, as Todd just mentioned.
And Lawrence Jones joins us now from the scene. Lawrence?
Hey, good morning, family. I'm so glad that we are finally honoring the life and legacy and telling the stories of the victims here. The headmaster taking on gunfire, trying to protect her students, the young girl that pulled the fire alarm. I guess I'm getting a little concerned when you look at some of the media reports that they're focusing on more of the suspect that did this instead of the victims here, and it's almost reversing who the real victim is because they don't want generalities. I mean, we as Americans, we know not to judge all groups of people by one person's act. I just think we should be focusing on them a little bit more, though.
Lawrence, do you have a timeline of, we know that the headmaster was killed, we know the custodian was killed, a substitute teacher, the children. Did this shooter, do you know who was shot first, how they were shot, why they were shot?
So we're hoping to find a little bit more about that when they release the manifesto as well. I do know that the janitor, based on the reports and some of the stuff that we've gotten from our sources, that the janitor most likely was the first one that the suspect engaged with in the church side of the building. So again, that's why I think it's so critical to release that manifesto so we can understand the motive and why. It's clear that the church was a target here. So, I mean, I understand with preserving an investigation, but the suspect is dead. There's no prosecution that's going to happen. I think the public deserves to know exactly why the church was the target, and perhaps why did she go after the pastor's daughter? I mean, right. There are some instances where it happens to be a coincidence, but I mean, there's a lot of coincidences in this case.
Police received a call about an active shooter inside the school, and the message from the shooter that Avriana read and received reads in part, and I quote, "I wanted to tell you first because you are the most beautiful person I've ever seen and known all my life. My family doesn't know what I'm about to do." She continued, "One day this will make more sense. I've left more than enough evidence behind, but something bad is about to happen." Again, these messages coming just moments before the shooting began, and Avriana is with me right now. Avriana, I can only imagine the shock that you feel and having received this and in a sense been so close to it. What more can you tell me about these messages that you received from the shooter?
I mean, I'm just shocked. Like, I just would have never imagined that would add up, you know? It's just still unbelievable.
I mean, it truly is. And I'm just looking at them and, you know, you actually received these from the shooter. "I want to tell you first because you're the most beautiful person I've ever seen and known in my life. My family doesn't know what I'm about to do. Something bad is about to happen." I mean, when you received the messages in that moment, how did it even make you feel to get these messages?
I was just like I was just like shocked. And initially I was, trying to comfort her, but as soon as I got it, it was just like, this is strange. Let me send this to my daddy. I screenshot to him. I was like, do I call somebody? He was like, yes. And I was like, okay, who do I call? Like, how do I deal with something like this? Like, so then he was like, call the suicide prevention. And then that's when I started that process of trying to reach out.
Right, and you did, I know, call suicide prevention. So, there was also this, one of the messages when the shooter did not tell you what was about to happen. Obviously it was, but something bad is about to happen. And then the message said, Avriana, in this one part, one day this will make more sense. At this point, from what you know, does any of this make any more sense to you?
I mean, can it really make sense? Like, I mean, it's just, I'm just still completely mind boggled. Like, none of this makes sense. Like, I just wouldn't never imagine this. Like, this is crazy.
Republican Senator Josh Hawley claimed the Christian school was targeted. He tweeted, "This was a hate crime against Christian children and teachers. There is no defending it." However, President Biden thought it was the perfect time to tell a joke before even getting to the massacre at that elementary school. Watch it.
I believe that Christians were targeted in the Nashville school shooting. You believe that Christians were targeted?
I have no idea.
Josh Hawley believes they were. What do you say to that?
Well, I probably don't then.
Probably don't.
No, I'm joking. No, I have no idea.
That's just sick. Oh, sure, if a Republican believes it, I probably don't believe in it. Tammy Bruce, Fox News contributor, host of Get Tammy Bruce.